Hi everyone! Try to make it so this fan isn't too loud. This looks kind of funny, right? Well, today I'm going to walk you through how to do this. Now, my lighting in here is like one of the worst because it's just really yellow. So I'll show you a picture of this outside so you can make sure you started. Oh my gosh, I haven't done my hair yet if you can't tell. Okay. So, as you can see, well, maybe you can't. The first thing I did, I didn't get it out. I applied, set you back up again, see if I can get it as well as I did last time. And of course I probably won't be able to. Ta-da! Okay, so over my whole face I applied L'Oreal True Match Natural Buff in 3. And I just applied it with my little brown applier. And then I went over around my nose, around all my eyes, dabbed up a few blemishes because I'm breaking out really bad, around my nose and right under my lips. I put e.l.f. concealer. I use a lot of e.l.f. products. I'm not a fancy makeup person, as you might have seen in my other videos, but I think they work just as well. So that's what I've done so far on this side. My next step is to start my eyes, and I'm going to take, I use e.l.f. brushes. I take this brush here, which is a kind of a fine brush with an edge. It's a professional defining eye brush. And then I'm going to take my really messy makeup palette, which was in my favorite videos. This is the Little Beauty Black Book, Warm Edition. And I'm going to come down here and get this pink color. It's kind of a burgundy. Burgundies are really in for fall. And I'm going to get quite a bit on my brush. And I'm going to apply it just basically in a backward C shape around my eyes. I'm trying to do this where you can see and where I don't mess it up. In the crease of my eye, I'm going to go all the way to the edge, and then I even bring it down under the eye. Sorry if I make a bunch of funny faces. Okay, so it's kind of like a backward C, and this side it would have been a regular C. Looks kind of funny, believe me, we'll blend it. So then I'm going to take, I think it's the same brush. Yeah, the same brush, the defining eye brush. I just have a different one. For some reason I think one's older and one's newer, and this one just doesn't seem as fluffy. And now I'm going to go in with this, which is kind of it's like a matte yellow. This eye style here has been a staple in my makeup collection of ways I do my makeup for probably like 2 or 3 years. It's really sad. It was, I'm trying to think, it was Kelly Clarkson. I started doing it at my Kelly Clarkson concert like 2 years ago. I remember telling my sister, I was laughing, I'm wearing yellow eyeshadow, and I loved it, and I still have. Anyway, so I get a bunch on the brush, and I'm basically just going to go right across the eyelid and then blend up just a little bit. I'm just blending in this bottom line of the burgundy with the yellow. Okay? Hello, Minnie. And then I'm going to take, see if I can read it, it's all a professional blending brush, which is just a big round brush. And I'm going to go for a really neutral color, like basically like skin tone, but I like it with a bit of shimmer. So the one I'm choosing is this one here. As you can see, it's very skin toned and it has a lot of shimmer. And I'm going to get a lot of my brush, a lot on the brush, And I'm going to go in and and blend in the top. I always start at the top near my eyebrow and come down, and I'm going to blend in that top line. Now, if you do a bit too much blending and you can't see a lot of the burgundy, you can always go back with your burgundy brush and just do another little highlight of burgundy across there, because you want that good shading. Sometimes I'll take my finger and just blend out if it gets a little too much right in here, and blend it out. I'll go back and grab my yellow brush, and this color's almost gone. Sometimes I use a different color, but I'm not going to. But it's basically a really, really light tan with a shimmer. And I'm going to put it just right here. And I actually didn't do it on this side, so I'm going to come and put it right in there. Okay? So that's the eyeshadow. If you want, you can go back up on the top and put that same shimmer color right under your brow. I'm going to go ahead and add it up here too, just to give a highlight. And some people like to highlight underneath their eyes, but since I put the burgundy under the eye, I'm not highlighting there. I'm going to add a little bit more burgundy under this eye. It's not even with the other. Okay, so now we're on to the liner. I use this brush, which I'm sure it's called an eyeliner brush, which is just a really, really fine, thin brush. And I'm still in the same palette, and I'm basically going to take a charcoal color. And I'm just going to get it really, really saturated on the tip. Some people are really good at doing this just by going in and doing it. I like to hold my eye taut, and then I always start at the outside because that's where it's thicker. And I'm kind of just swooshing back and forth right along the lash line. And if you see, I've come out and up just a little bit. And just back and forth. I find when I hold it taunter, the skin doesn't move as much, so I can get a straighter line. Sometimes I go back and do it another time without holding, just to make sure it's nice and defined, or go back and do it with holding. I used to use pencil, and then I went to liquid, and now all I use is eyeshadow to eye my eyes. I feel like, come on hair, I feel like it stays a lot longer. So we're going to take that same color, and we're just going to go right along your eye, your waterline, and fill it in. Making sure to go all the way out to the crease. Or not to the crease, to meet the top one. So there's that. So there's your eyeshadow. The next part you're going to do is, you would normally do mascara first, but I like to do mascara very last because, like I said at the beginning, I've applied my liquids onto my face, but now I'm going to add some powder, and I do that in case I drip a lot of my eyeshadow through here. I'm able to take the powder and kind of clean it up. Now, this is by far, I have no idea what kind of powder this is. How horrible. Oh, yeah. Okay. Madeline Mono Oil-Free Translucent Powder. This was given to me. I'm out of powder right now. I ran out on vacation and I haven't had a chance to get to the store. So I'm using this. It's a nude. And I'm using my powder brush, Professional Total Face Brush from e.l.f. And I'm going to go through and just apply it. I do this just so it takes a bunch of the oil away and just makes it look smoother and not so like painted on like the liquid does. And I'm not too particular about it because this might not be the right way to add makeup on, but I do it this way. Now I have a different total face brush, and I'm going in with my e.l.f. contouring bronzer and blush and bronzer. And because it's not, I use bronzer a lot in the summer. Now that we're transitioning into fall, I'm not using it as much because I'm not so sunned, even though it's still definitely summer here, but I'm trying to transition. So I'm just going to use a couple dabs of the blush, and I'm going to real lightly kind of brush the apples of my cheeks. For some reason, it's not going on. And kind of just blend up. I don't want like a circle. There you go. And a little more over here. Okay. And when I was definitely using my bronzer, I'd always find I'd put too much on. So I always go back once I put my blush or my bronzer on, and I go back with another layer of powder. And I also find that it kind of just sets it. Okay, so now the powder is done. There's a couple more steps to this madness. The next step is going to be to do your eyebrows. And I have horribly shaped eyebrows. I'm trying to work on getting them to be more of a beautiful shape. This one is done. If you can see, there's this, I have that weird bloop cliff. And they're uneven. They're on my face, so it's really hard to get them to be even. Okay, these bangs are driving me crazy. Don't judge as I put a weird bow in my hair to hold them back. Oh, isn't that pretty? So I'm going to use the e.l.f. Eyebrow, what is this called? Eyebrow Treat and Tame. And I don't use the I like to use the color, not the clear, because I find sometimes that, you know, when I'm putting on this makeup, it's being dabbled over my eyebrows. And so I gotta get that makeup off the eyebrows. And I just go through and brush them up and out. And normally I'm running out, so it takes a couple of passes to get it nice and even. I always used to never do anything with my eyebrows. I mean, I would pluck them, but not very often. And one of the things I'm really trying to do right now, I messed up, is really work on having nice eyebrows. And I'm contemplating even going in and having somebody do them so that they're even and better. Okay? So now we got to go on with the mascara. This was in my favorite videos. It's the Rimmel Scandal Eyes. This is my favorite mascara right now. And if you see my eyes on this side compared to this side obviously has it and this side does not. So I'm going to go through, find my mirror. I cannot put mascara on without having a mirror right in my face. So I always start on the outside, put it right at the root of my lash line, and wiggle and pull it up. And then do a few brush strokes. And then go into the middle. It's all about starting at the bottom, wiggling and pull up. And then brush them so that they're pretty. And then I'll do the bottom. Always do your bottoms, and you do those kind of, they pretty much, you only want just a little bit. So just a couple passes without even wiggling is good. But then I always go back and do another coat across the top. So you're wiggling to applying and pulling up, and then you're going back and just kind of gently brushing so that they fan nicely. And then you always want to let just a few seconds sit in between your coats. Otherwise it's not gonna cake up as well, and I like mine cakey. So I'm gonna go back and do a third coat. Oh man, I hate when I do that. Cleaning up all my mascara marks. Ta-da! Now, I've been really playing with lipstick and glosses and stuff. That's another thing that I've not really ever used. I'm more of just a natural lip type of person. But I've been playing with different colors, and I'm trying to find different pinks, different corals, stuff like that. So this is the one I'm working with right now. It's L'Oreal, and it's number 170. It's called Cotton Pink. And I like this because it's kind of natural, but it's kind of pink at the same time, without being like a super bold. And I really get it in there. That is, gotta stop looking at myself when I should look at you. This is my makeup tutorial for one of the basics that I keep in my arsenal of makeup styles. So I'm hoping to have some more of these videos coming through. If you like them, go ahead and like them below, and make sure to subscribe. I have a bunch of reviews and tutorials and just some great things coming, and I should be a lot more active now as things have died off with vacations and stuff. So thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you later.